Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us for Parsha wine pairing here at Kosherwine.com as we begin a new cycle of the Torah, having finished the entire Torah. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us. Don't forget, as always, to use the code Parsha7 for 7% off on all our Parsha wines here at Kosherwine.com. And please remember to like and share and tell your friends so they can watch this too. And
all right, on that note, there's actually something exciting going on now. So what we did was, instead of making people buy the wine every week and only knowing what we'll have next week, we actually put together a case with all the wines that we're going to be featuring for the whole book of Genesis, Sefer Beresheit. There's a case with 12 wines. It's available now on site. It's the Parsha wine pairing mix case. And you can use the code Parsha7 for additional 7% off. Right now it's 10% off, but you can tack on another 7% by using the code Parsha7. The good news is that we're also going to be giving away a case in 3 weeks after Parsha's Lech Lecha. All those people who are avid watchers, either watching us live or watch it after the fact, you can comment and share and like, and you will get an entry into the raffle for a free case, which will ship out in 3 weeks, or just after 2 weeks, after Parsha's Lech Lecha. So we'll give away a case, like, share, comment. You'll get up to 3 entries. The only caveat is that you have to be 21 or older to win, because we can only ship alcohol to people who are 21 or older. And you have to be in the United States, into the states that we ship into. You can still share, like, and comment if you're under 21. Mm-hmm. Nothing against that. Actually, my daughter is an avid watcher of this show, and she will not win. You can't be related to me.
Well, you get there one day. You'll get there one day. We'll all get to 21.
Well, I'll get there at some point. All right. So that's the introduction. But again, welcome. Really happy to be starting this new cycle, starting right from the beginning. I think last year I started in the second week. I started Parshat Nayach. I don't think I was.
It was after Chagim.
Yeah, because I wasn't here.
We started. I think it was Parshat. It's going to be the one after the second Parsha.
Last year, I think.
Started. Noach. It was.
Yeah, last year also Friday was Simchas Torah.
Yeah, all last year there were 3-day yontif, so we didn't get to do them all, but we made up for it right after, so we got to finish a whole Torah cycle. Thank God.
Exciting stuff. All right, Jared, what's this week's Parsha?
Okay, so this week's Parsha, folks, is
drum roll.
The Parshat Beresheit, which is also known as the Book of Genesis. Mm-hmm. It is the first book of the Bible. Beresheit. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. It opens up with God, the creator of the universe, making everything in the universe. And
awesome.
So, I'm figuring maybe we could have like Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel too, because their band is named Genesis too. So you can also listen to them while you're drinking this. Anyways, though, this is to me one of the most important verses in the Torah. Not to talk about my Torah knowledge, but very important. God creating the heavens and the earth, mm-hmm. And it's the book of Genesis.
Awesome. So which wine will we be featuring this week to pair with that? Well, obviously this week's Parsha talks about creating the world, right?
Creating the world,
but yeah, all right.
But as you guys know, the book of Genesis is the whole thing. But in the Jewish cycle, everything goes according to the first word or first 2 words in the verses of the 5 books of Moses. So for this, very first Parsha, what better than to have the Hayotzer, Genesis, Merlot. The Hayotzer, folks, means the creator. If you guys speak Hebrew, the creator.
The world was created. Nice.
So the creation of the world. And then, of course, Genesis goes without saying. This is the perfect wine.
Boom. Yeah,
perfect wine. It was made for Shabbos Beresheit. So.
There's a few other Genesis, Hayotzer Genesi. Genesises. Genesee. I don't know how do you... Genes. There's a few Hayotzer Genesis wines.
I'll just let the folks look at the label, too.
It's a very nice label. So that's a Hayotzer label.
So, folks,
this is the specific Genesis one. Really nice.
This is an Israeli wine made in the Galilee. And I've had this before. I think it's a very great wine, but I don't think I've had the Merlot. And I've never had it in preparation for Shabbos Beresheit. So
that's right. I don't think we had it last year. I don't think it was available or bottled or in the U.S. yet. It's a relatively new line. They've got a lot of fantastic wines. There's about 4 or 5 different lines. There's the Lyrica. the Vintners Select, the Genesis, the Virtuoso,
Virtuoso.
and the Auteur.
Right.
Yeah,
All
so,
in varying price
yeah,
ranges. The
different
one at the
price
highest
ranges.
is the Lyrica, right? Is it
yeah,
Lyrica?
the Auteur, yeah, the Lyrica as well. Yeah,
Right.
so good stuff.
And didn't they make this wine just for us because they realized that there wasn't a Genesis yet, and when they heard Kosherwine.com was doing Parsha pairing?
Probably has something to do with that.
So, could
Pretty
be,
sure.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, in 50 years you can
Yeah.
tell that to your grandkids.
Okay, yeah, we started something.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, well, without further ado, let's taste this, and we're going to let you know how it's tasting. And this is a Merlot. I don't think we've really done a whole lot of Merlots
Thank you,
in
Sandra.
our series.
Sandra shared it already, so
Oh,
on our
thank
way. Well on our way.
And it was just Sandra's Hebrew birthday recently, too.
That's
so,
right.
Yom Halelet Sameach again,
On
Sandra.
Yud Zayin on the 17th, right?
Yep.
I can't remember if that was the 17th of. It should have been the 17th of Tishrei. My memory serves me correct. I've got some more birthdays coming up. Sterna's birthday is tomorrow, so I'm in the office.
Okay.
Tomorrow night.
All right. Baruch atah Adonai Kol Habrei Pri Al-Gafen. It's a good Merlot. It's got firm tannins, and it's got the good like revealed fruit. Transitions very well from beginning to end.
What kind of alcohol? 13.5%. Not very high.
Not very high. This is Mavushal also, so it's safe for any setting.
Yeah, it's an easy drinking Merlot.
Very easy drinking. This Merlot is great, and again, Merlot is something that was unfairly kind of chastised or unfairly slandered during
Merlot. I know,
during Sideways. But Merlot, folks, perfectly good wine. Just if it give it a shot. If you're iffy about Merlots, this is a very easy to drink wine, and it's go good with foods too, with chicken and grilled meats. And aged for 12 months in French oak barrels. And do we know who's the winemaker at Hayotzer?
Well, the whole series is actually like that's his. What do you call that? A bust? His head, the picture, the profile.
Oh, yes.
Is it Lichtenstein? I can't remember his name offhand.
Well,
Lichtenstein, Philip Lichtenstein.
very good.
So the series is also it's tribute to his winemaking skills and his creative process into making wine. So we got it all packed in here. Hayotzer, Genesis, perfect pairing for Parsha Beresheit.
And so, folks, tonight, if you already have this and you're watching now, make sure to open this. Make Kiddush on it tonight. Make a special exception because it's a very special Kiddush. It's the other special thing in this Parsha is it's the first Shabbat when God rests from the work. So make it a good one. Have lots of kavanah when you're making the Kiddush, and I'm going to be making Kiddush on the Shiraz. That's one of my favorite varietals. But the Merlot also good, the Cab good. So make sure to get this.
All right.
And have it tonight.
Okay, now, next week. We got something for next week.
Okay. So next week is going to be Parshat Noach, which I think is where we started last year.
Yeah.
And so we are going to have this one. Now I'm not going to tell you until next week why I chose this one. So keep
such a mystery.
Sorry for the cliffhanger, folks, but
and also for those of you who were following us last year, you'll remember we tried a Matar. So if you have a bottle of Matar at home, that's also a good choice for
Matar,
Parsha.
yes.
But you'll have to go back and watch last year's clip on Matar to know the connection, because next week we'll be talking about the Noah Estate wine and its connection to the Parsha.
Right. We interchange a lot of these wines. They say there's 70 different faces of the Torah, and there's hundreds of different great kosher wines to make connections with for the Parsha. So thank God for that.
Great face on this one.
Yeah. Just one more time. Philip Lichtenstein.
Philip Lichtenstein, the winemaker of the Hayotzer. All right, good stuff. Jared, thank you for that. Guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to share, like, comment. We'll be giving away a case in a couple of weeks, and order the case even if you think you're going to win. It's never a bad idea to have
you can
2
double
cases
up.
of wine. And that way, you buy the case once, you can follow us through the rest of the Parsha, through the rest of the book of Genesis, the Sefer Beresheit cycle, and we'll have another case out for Shemai and so on and so forth. But until then, live from Kosherwine.com, David and Jared wishing you a good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, Beresheit.
And a good start to the rest of the year.
Good start to the year. All right, folks. Good Shabbos.
Take care.